Conservation Fund is a national conservation organization that works with partners everywhere to save America's legacy of land and water resources. And since our founding in 1985, we've used our revolving fund to protect more than 7 million acres, working with agency, nonprofit, and private entities. But it's in the early 90s, though, that we were approached by our nonprofit partners. They had a need for bridge financing to acquire their own priority tracts, and so thus our loan program was born.
Yeah, the reason we love this place is because people care about it locally, because it's important on a statewide level, because it has state parks and grassland bird habitat and free-flowing rivers, and on a national level because it's part of the Silvio Conte Refuge and the Connecticut River Valley.
The Coogan Farm really protects the whole sense of place that we all associate with the iconic little village of Mystic.
This is a special location. It's the future home of the Quabbin Harvest Market, which is going to be a local food cooperative that will not only help bring food, make it available to people who live here, but also help support the burgeoning farm economy here in the North Quabbin.
What makes this place special to me, it's the poster child really for any land trust in terms of a place to preserve. There are numerous natural resources. It's also extremely important as a cultural and historical resource for the town of Kent.
Protecting this place is helping the community to be able to support the whole agricultural economy that's here, the quality of life, the habitat, the water quality, everything. It's really a prime example of what this rural character and living here in Sheffield is.
We had a logjam. We had a problem, and when we made contact with the Conservation Fund, and as we learned more about the Conservation Loan Program, it was clear to us that that was the way to go. So as soon as we made the loan, we were able to get over our hurdles, start the remaining work on the property that needed to be done, and move forward.
The fact that you aren't required to heavily collateralize the loan, it's a fairly simple application process, a fast application process, are all very important reasons that the Conservation Fund has really worked well for the Franklin Land Trust. We wouldn't be where we were today in terms of the number of acres that we conserved without it.
So working with the Conservation Fund enabled Kestrel to act quickly, and again we're working on another project on the Mount Holyoke Range that will enable us to move forward at a speed that the landowners expect when they're ready to sell.
The fact that it's a strong, well-organized, high capability organization had more capabilities than we needed, gave us comfort that they were there, but really didn't utilize maybe just a fraction of what was available to us from the Conservation Fund.
I find that the Conservation Fund is an incredibly flexible organization who's willing to take on risk along with strong partners as they develop projects, and I couldn't ask for a better partner in the conservation work that we're doing.
Many conservation organizations have big dreams, and we all have conservation projects that are priorities that we're working on or we aspire to protect. From the family farm down the lane to the vacant lot on the street corner that may be a new city park. But when we're doing our work, we often have challenges that we maybe need to overcome, whether it's a gap in funding or perhaps the funding is in hand, but we don't have it in time to close on the transaction. So our loan program is a tool that our partners have been using to address these challenges, and they've used it more than 200 times to protect more than 100,000 acres across the United States and Canada.